the defense team of Kohberger says, I want to go over, let me make it bigger. I want the evidence to be evaluated third party, right? This is a motion for independent analysis of evidence. This is what the defense was asking for. And they basically said, look, we want Kohberger, this is Kohberger's attorneys. We want specifically the Acer laptop and Samsung phone belonging to Brian Kohberger. We want these items, and we request that you should have a continued chain of custody from Moscow Police Department to the defense expert blank. Okay? Dude, was I banned? No, I was banned. You weren't banned. I was. If you run the narrative, you play it. You guys are funny. Okay. Too many creators released it at the same time. 4 FOIAs, surely. Well, if you had a FOIA, you would have got it. Okay? If you would have put in a FOIA, you would have got it. Okay? Someone is claiming that it's theirs. Copyrighted. Okay. So, let's go back to this document. Okay, so then they say, I want the chain of custody for this Acer laptop and the Samsung phone to go directly to and send it via FedEx shipping to blank and return directly to Moscow Police Department through FedEx shipping. If either the item or device is damaged or lost in transportation of such items, the defense will stipulate to extractions done by the state or photographs of the items during further research. Further, during such time, the items of evidence, I should get my glasses on. The items of evidence are in the possession and under the care and control of the defense. All items will be handled with care, preserving the items and maintaining chain of custody. This grounds is made on the motions that Mr. Kohberger has constitutional right to confront the state's evidence, conduct an independent investigation, and prepare and present his defense in his jury trial. This was just a couple of weeks before the freaking trial was to begin. Okay? Wicca, what happened? You got banned? What did you do? From my other YouTube account channel, you got banned. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. All right. So then we go to what their unredacted copies were in regards to this new release of documents. They go back and they say, this is a 23rd supplement request for discovery. I know that's tiny, guys. Bear with me. And then it says, complete copy of the chain of custody of Acer laptop and Samsung phone belonging to Brian Kohberger. A copy image, evidence barcode, and a copy of all raw data, records, handwritten notes, and forms used by Dr. Gage in the evaluation of Brian Kohberger. The defense is asking for these materials to be sent directly to Dr. Rachel Orr. Okay? Then they come back and they say this. This is wild. This is sealed, unredacted. It was sealed, now it's unredacted. This was their 23rd supplemental request for discovery. The state's responses are provided in blue. The state will continue to supplement its discovery responses. To number 438, a copy of the chain of custody of the Acer laptop and Samsung phone belonging to Brian Kohberger. It says, the state has previously complied with its request. The chain of custody depicting of this was given here, and it was given this, and it was an FBI number 7, the Acer laptop that was seized from his Pennsylvania home. It was turned over to SSA Tanzola prior to the conclusion of the search. Then he moved it from there to the Philadelphia regional FBI laboratory, whatever, under control. Then he took possession of it. They want a chain of custody to prove that this is actually factually the laptop and nobody had it somewhere else when it should have been in someone's custody. So they were going hard after looking for the chain of custody, and then it came back to Detective Mowery, transferred it to the MPD forensic lab, and booked it into evidence with the evidence custodian Bates 15775. That was the full chain of custody of this laptop. Same thing with the Acer. Hold on a minute. That was the phone. Sorry. Let me go back. Oh, both of them, the phone and the laptop. And then they say a copy of the image. That was probably the serial number, and there it is. And then a copy of the raw data records. There it is, right there. And basically, they said that they complied pursuant to applicable professional ethics standards, May 30th, 2025. A copy of all the raw data records, handwritten notes used by Dr. Gage in the evaluation of Brian Koberger. Well, who was Dr. Gage, guys? Let's find out. Dr. Gage, IDAHO4. Idaho cleft and craniofacial. Is that who he is? St. Luke's Earl Gage. Is that who he is? Clinical psychologist. 23 years, clinical psychology. Oh, okay. Wow. Is evaluating data to kind of get a better idea of who he is? Is that what happened? This is all alleged, guys. Is that right? Is that right? That's what it sounds like to me. So they gave over the laptop and the phone to Dr. Gage. Dr. Gage is a clinical psychologist of 23 years. He's in Boise, affiliated with St. Luke's. He's a mental health professional, highly trained in the diagnosis of psychological treatment of mental, behavioral, emotional illnesses, and OCD. His main focus is treating mental, emotional, and behavior disorders. Some of the common disorders that he can treat are learning disabilities, substance abuse, depression, anxiety, and eating disorders. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, they took. Yeah. Wow. I wonder. Yeah, Lily, this is a great question. What is what was found on his data that was a trigger for the plea deal? I don't know. That's a great question. So they wanted the chain of custody. The defense wanted all the notes by Dr. Gage. You can go and see Dr. Gage's information right here. I believe allege that is him that they're talking about in this exhibit of the phone right here, Dr. Gage. Doesn't give me any background on who Dr. Gage is, so this is just alleged. But it looks like perhaps it is exactly what it looks like. They took his phone and his laptop and they did an analysis on it, because this is what was asked in the exhibit. Absolutely. They went to evaluate his phone and his computer. So if you're going to be accused of murder in the state of Idaho, especially if 18 knew about all this, yeah. What triggered the plea deal? He's not guilty. The state would have had to go in there and prove, and they would have lost. It was like a 50-50 chance. They don't want to lose. Hell no. They would rather him plead out, spend life in jail, and try to get out on a PCR because he's innocent. Factually innocent. Christina, please don't do that here. Please. Thank you. I'm not going to tolerate this today. So if you look at this, it looks like Dr. Jason Donald Gage was reviewing his computer. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, Christina. Where was she? Holy shoot, I think I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. I'll get you back when I get off the live. So yeah, it looks like they were assessing his phone and his records and his laptop. Okay, so that's what all that was about. That was nothing major, but depending on what they found, absolutely it could have sparked a plea deal. In addition to, there was no DNA evidence saying he was there. No fibers, no hairs, nothing. Nothing. That's wild. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. If anybody sees Christina, that was an accident. And we'll be back tomorrow at 3:45 with some more hidden secrets and red flags. I don't even know where Kaylee's phone is. I don't even know if they ever got it back. No one has said anything about that. I'm sure her phone contains some really important information, in my humble opinion. I will be back, guys. Thanks for joining. Everyone be well. Sorry for the interruption earlier. I'll figure out what it is. Be well.
No more hidden verdicts, no more secrets sold. Every voice is a weapon, every story be told. Innocent till proven guilty, that's our final decree. Under this constitution we stand forever free. Phoenix in the dawn, truth ignites the sky. Together we stand tall, no more asking why.